And I feel like, relationships deepen when you have a fight, or when, because if you can get past that and learn from it, like that deepens the connection.
Exactly.
When I had a friend, I've been friends with her since 2nd grade, and we've never really had a fight. And we were drunk off our asses in Nashville. And we were in like a chicken sandwich place. I don't know. We were in the bathroom at the chicken sandwich place. Okay. I said some dumb shit. Okay. Like that I've been holding on to since like 7th grade. Okay. Like it's a long time. And I just like spat it out and like didn't really think twice about it. And she just turns around, starts crying. And I was like, what did I do? And I was like hammered, okay, at Nashville. I mean, what do you expect, you know? And she just started crying, and I was like, oh, no. I was like, I don't even know what I said. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, you've been holding on to that for this many. You're 25 now. Keep in mind. This happened in 7th grade.
That's
and
so funny.
She was so offended, and then I was like offended that she was offended because I didn't mean to offend her. Yeah. And I just thought it was like casual, and she's like, that really hurt my feelings.
Like, that wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, and then we both started crying because she was crying, so I had to start crying because I didn't want to see her cry. Yeah. And we just like had this great talk that night, and I feel like closer to her than ever because I find like what I was thinking was so dumb. Yeah. But I was holding on to it since 7th grade because I was so like, funny. Maybe like she, I don't know how she's gonna react to this, and then obviously it came out but I like let go of it, and then it came out. I think also things come out when they're supposed to. Yeah. And like that for some reason needed to be the time that we like got through that. Yeah, and now she's, coming here. She's starting a job here in social media. And so like I feel like that part needed to come out for us to really like flourish in our friendship. Yeah. Because there was that little thing that was just like that one thing. We've been friends since literally 2nd grade. And that like there was this one thing that I was just like, this bothers me, but it was no big deal. She's like, absolutely not. Like, this is not how I meant it, and it brought us so much closer because I was like, I'm an idiot. Yeah. And thank you.
Well, you just needed to say it. Thank you. Yeah. It needed to come out eventually.
And I also feel like, trusting timing, like divine timing, and trusting that, and just like letting go and trusting that it's all going to be okay. Because I do think that when you're a good person, God wants you to be happy. Mm-hmm, absolutely, like if you're being a good person, doing good things, why would it? Yeah. Why would you not be like getting what you put out there? Things work in your favor, I think. Yeah, I agree, and I think also there's a big difference versus redirection and rejection. Like I think rejection can be redirection, but it may not seem that way in the moment. Like maybe it's a relationship or a job or whatever it is that you feel rejected by, that you find something better. Okay, yeah. And trusting that when you have a rejection, it's not you failing, it's life redirecting you to go somewhere else. Yes. And then you find a better opportunity. Yes. You find a better apartment. Yeah. You find, whatever it is. Yeah. You find something better because you didn't get what you wanted. And that's also detaching. Yes. Detaching from things that you want so bad to find things that actually align with what you need. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know, I totally feel that too. Like I was looking for I was like, this is spiritual to me for some reason, but when I was like looking for an apartment, and we literally, like Zoe and I were looking everywhere. We looked at every single apartment building literally for 3 months, and we were spending like 6 hours a day like looking at apartments, and we just like couldn't find something. Well, we couldn't find something like better than what we had. And so, and I kind of like got in my head, I was like, hey, let me think outside of the box. Like, what if we moved into like a commercial building and like, cause we were trying to like maximize on like square footage and all of this stuff, and like nothing, like we literally couldn't find anything. And everything that we found, just something ended up being wrong with it. And we were like so exhausted and defeated by this like battle that we were just like, this is like horrible. Like we were literally like, okay, we need to leave the country. Like we literally must leave the country. Like there's no options. And then finally, and like our criteria was literally like, oh, ideally something a little cheaper with like more space, because we were just like paying like top dollar for like not that crazy, just like a brand new building that was like kind of still like shitty. And then randomly, just like the second we kind of like gave up on it and we're just like, okay, you know what, we're just gonna like figure it out and like stop being like so defeated, then this apartment comes in and it's like, it's literally a commercial building turned into like an apartment. It's like double the size and like way cheaper than what we were paying, and in a great area and everything. I was just like, no way. And I remember the whole time we were like struggling, I was like, there's got to be a reason that this isn't working.
Yeah.
Because and now like every day I wake up in my apartment, I'm like, I'm so glad we didn't like sign off on one of those other places, because we were so desperate.
Just to settle.
Yeah, just to settle. Yeah. And we almost did. We were like, okay, we're just gonna do this, we're just gonna do that, and then it just fell into our lap.
When you loosen your grip.
Like, oh my, yeah.
Strengthen your faith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just like worked out, and I like, to this day, I'm like, that's so weird. Like all the things that we wanted were like met, even though it was like so like such a rigmarole to get there. It just like ended up working out perfectly. And I was like, damn.
That actually happened with my, like where I live now, because I was getting ready to sign a lease with my ex-boyfriend to a house. And I was just like, I just feel like this relationship is not going where I want it to be.
Yeah.
And I actually had a therapist basically tell me that, like, if you're gonna sign this new lease with your boyfriend, you're basically saying, I, Skylar Waltering, am completely okay with this relationship, the way I'm being treated, the way things are going, and I'm signing my name on that. And I was like, when you put it that way, I was like, I am not. And then my stepdad had an apartment where he had never slept in. So he got the apartment, so because him and my mom kind of like split, but they're back together now, and so he moved in with her, but he got an apartment just in case, I guess, like it didn't work out. And so I was able, like literally the day after I broke up with him, I was like, yeah, I can't move in with you, and then just moved into that place and had a place to move into. And it was, it like felt like it worked out so well, because I was like, well, where am I gonna go? I can't just like, you know,
the universe was like, here's
it was like, here you go. And it was like a safe place, and it was
opportunity.
actually like, I have like furniture in there, like my dining room table that I ate at when I was a kid, and like, you know, so it like felt very like safe, and home. And you know, I've been there now for almost a year, which is crazy. But I love it so much because it's safe and it's quiet, and it was all the things that I was like would have wanted in an apartment. Totally. And I was able to just like go in it, and it was there for me.
And it is so like you. Your apartment's like, I'm like, yes. No, this is like embodies you.
It's me coded, as
and it's
you
so
say.
cozy.
She came in, she's like, it's you coded.
I was like, it's so you. I was like, oh my god. Everything I looked at, I was like, no, stop it. That's so you. It's your house. So.
I love, it's my little safe place, and I feel like it worked out so well, and things tend to do that when you know, when you let go. And I think the most important part of that is to just trust that the universe has your best interest, and even say that, like, say little prayers throughout the day, like, show me how good it can get, show me me the good people in my life, show me, you know, a good apartment, ask the universe specifically for what you want, and then let go of it. Don't keep you know, asking whatever. Ask it very clearly, do a prayer, whatever, ask the universe so clearly what you want, and then let go. And it's not your job to know how. Fuck the how. Like, it's not your job to constantly
understand it all.
To understand it, because the universe is so complex, and trying to understand it isn't going to get you anywhere. Exactly. You don't need to know how something happens. You just, the end result, you need to ask for the end result. Fuck the how. Don't even pay attention to it, because it doesn't concern you.
That's so true. And like, I feel like that strengthens like faith so much, is like saying those little prayers, because then you see it happen around you, and you're like, oh my god, you're like, you know, I just want to like see like healthy like love, and then you have like, you see all your friends be so like wonderful and whatever, and you're like, oh my god, and it just like affirms the things that you like want to see when you like tell, you know, pray.
And I think the more specific you can be, the more fun it is to play with. Like, something came to mind. This was like 2 years ago, where I feel like I love my friends, but a lot of my friends like very much like party, like DJs, you know, go out. And I wanted to find a friend, and I wrote this down, and I was like, I want to find a friend that moved from out of state, that has an adult job, that lives in my neighborhood and that I meet organically.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
And I decided to go to this yoga class at 6:45, which I usually go to the 7:30 one. And I went at 6:45 and I met this girl. And she was just like so cool and we totally hit it off.
Aww.
And she had moved from Missouri. She is a forensic CPA. She lived in my neighborhood. And, you know, I met her at the gym that I don't go at that time. And then it was so funny too because we both like left and we're driving down the street and then we're both just like next to each other the entire time going home and we're like looking at each other like, are you being a fucking creep? And then we both pull into the complex and we're like, the fuck is going on here? And we're still friends and I'm like, dude, I fucking manifested you. Like, and I'm so grateful for her because she's such a good friend and I'm like, I so specifically asked for you and then you just like showed up and she had just moved like 2 weeks before that and I was like her first friend here.
Oh my god.
And it was like the more specific you can be and then watching it unfold, it's like, how weird is that?
Because then you're like, okay, like I know. Then you just have so much like trust. It's like almost subconscious. Like you're just like, I just trust. Like I'm not worried about this or that at all.
Yeah.
Because like,
and it's a good place affirming. To be. It feels good to trust that the universe has your back.
Oh yeah.
And that your friends have your back and that God has your back and you have your back.
Yeah.
Because if all those things disappeared,
you
should still be able to be solid.
Yes.
And that's fucking hard. That's real hard.
Because
hard. It can be really disruptive when relationships end or, you know, jobs end or whatever it is. It can be really displacing.
Yeah. But it always like some way or another just like works out.
Yeah, and you strengthen from it and you grow from it.
Yeah.
And every time you get broken down, you get up stronger.
Yeah.
And I think that's all you can really ask for in life is to learn from your mistakes and grow and trust and change.
Yeah.
And evolve into something bigger, better, brighter. You know?